Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jefferey Morrison. How's it going? We're going to do another WIP and chat today. Alright, Diamond Art Clubs, Hogwarts Crest, Fine Oddities Black. Alright, square drill, 22 inches by 26 inches, 56 centimeters by 66 centimeters. 42 colors, including 4 ABs, which stands for Aurora Borealis. They're an iridescent coated type of drill that shines a little brighter than that of regular drills. Anything under color code or DMC code 150 is considered an AB. Alright, so how's it going? Hopefully you're having a good week so far. I worked Monday, Tuesday. Line wasn't running, but I was doing other things at work. Oh, delicious swig of coffee. Alright. I was looking at our calendar that's in our dining room. And yeah, it's a very pushy calendar the last 4 months. Time to reorder. I guess you can just get it like at any stationery, or probably get calendars at Walmart or whatever. But holy cow. And then December 31st, instead of like Happy New Year, it's like, please recycle in like capital letters. I'm like, do you have a pushy calendar? Holy kittens. Okay, I'll smooth this over a bit. Yeah, this is like the left hand side of the canvas here. Yeah, it's a lot of white edge, but you know. Yeah, I'm loving the colors in this as well. The beautiful contrast. So there's a good pop of color in this section. Finished the raven and the badger. I'm pretty sure this is a badger for the bottom two. Alright, so we'll just jump right back into this. We'll have to see where I can start color-wise here. There's a lot going on in this section regarding... Yeah, it's still sticky. Start with the number 2AB, I suppose. Yeah, and I finally threw out that edge piece that I had cracked when I dropped this pen a bit ago. I just got rid of it. Okay, we'll start with the number 2AB for right now, just to get the new section established. Thankfully at this point it's just along the top here to just kind of close the section off. Okay, 132. Alright. So for anyone who has run out of drills, if you've like ever emailed DAC or whatever, do they recommend that you finish the canvas, or do they just give you the color that you ask for? As I have a feeling I'm going to be out of one of the colors. The number 9 symbol in this. Yeah, the 3826. I keep seeing the number 9, and I'm just looking at the drills and it's like, no. I don't know, this is like the halfway point of the canvas and I'm just like looking at the drills and it's like, no. It's like, yeah, this isn't happening here. Alright. I think there's just a couple ABs in this section. I think it's just 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure as we go along though, I'm going to find. yeah, I'm doing number 2 because, yeah, in order of occurrence. Okay, so going along here. I'm pretty convinced. Yeah, the top of the section's right here. Yeah, and of course I always go into the... Pretty convinced this is the top of the section. There we go. Yeah, since this is an AB, I do tweezers. So yeah. Okay. I'll do the rest of number 2. It's just I like establishing the edge here. The top of the section. Yeah, tons of color in this puppy, and as usual, I'll do 310 last. Because basically 310's like, oh excuse me, 310's here and this side. And then another pop of color, and then back into the crest as I go from left to right. But yeah, one section at a time. Alright, here we go. Yeah, if I'm like an extra row. Yeah, it's hard to line up. Initially placing the first few drills to get a new section going. I have trouble with that, but if I have an extra row, I have an extra row. Just... Yeah, I just do certain size sections so it fits in the camera view as well. I did mention that in a comment. You get the camera so close. Yep. I kind of just focus on the canvas when I'm doing WIP and chats here, because that's basically what I do on here on Echoes of Color. Coloring kind of took a backseat. It's yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I'll ever get back to coloring. I don't know. Yeah, I figured the camera would start moving. I have the charge cord plugged in, and yeah, this stand has its moment. Okay, I usually feel more comfortable starting from the bottom up, but yeah, kind of have the top of the section figured out. Yeah, I've been doing this, these sections, these rows and thirds. It seems to be the best way, fairly wide. Nice refined rectangles. Yep. So it's easier to record and yeah, have a really good section to work with. Oops. Yeah, the sun's actually out today, so if there's any glare, sorry. Tricky parts of the day in order to diamond paint. I'm probably just getting a reflection off the screen, but hopefully it's not too bright. The sun's kind of off to the side, but yeah. I do have like a curtain, kind of see-through curtain over the window, but yeah. It lets the natural light in, but it's not... Holy cow, I'm blind. It's like, oh... It was nasty before. I was putting like cardboard like, over part of the window. I was basically getting the sun reflecting off the drafting table. Well, I still do, but it's not like right in my face. I love sunlight, don't get me wrong, but Holy. Some mornings driving home from night shift and the sun was like right in my eyes and I was hoping that the lights were green going through town, like Main Street, to get back home. It was brutal. The sun visor was not doing me any favors. Oh, I hate that. I was wearing sunglasses and the sun visor was doing nothing. It was just yikes. It's getting darker much earlier and staying darker in the morning because of the Earth's rotation. I think it's tilting a bit to transition into fall and winter. Yeah, there's something physiological about how the Earth rotates around the sun near the end of the year. Yeah, science. Yeah, it's all good though. I'm sure I've seen the explanation for the change of seasons and all that, but years ago. But yeah, think I'd retain that kind of stuff. No. So much info. Gerbil be screaming in my head. Gerbil can't handle too much information overload here. Alright. Oh, there's kind of a continuation of the crest ever so slightly, and then the plants overtake it. But near the top, I think the crest reestablishes itself again. Wow, neat. Love how it's a mix of nature and the crest. It's like the plants are like naturally growing over this crest. Yeah. It's an interweaving of nature and materials. Very intricate design. So lovely. I don't know, just the colors alone were enough to get me interested in this canvas. And yeah, this is not for me, this is for my nephew. And I posted another comment, like a reply to a comment. Thanks for the comments, by the way. I do try to get back to them as soon as I get them. I check YouTube Studio quite a bit. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. But yeah, I hope my nephew still likes Harry Potter after this. It's most likely going to be a Christmas gift. Yeah, its birthday is coming up pretty soon. October, so I'm not going to rush through this just to get him a birthday present for October. I think we've basically addressed that. I never know what to get my nephew. I'm probably just going to turn into the uncle that just puts money in a card. Like, money he can buy what he wants. He does shop online with parental supervision to a certain extent. He's like 10 or 11 now, so I think in this day and age you learn how to learn about money when you're younger. It just becomes a little more prominent. once you're kind of getting close to 10 years old, maybe 8 or 9, yeah, you start learning about money. Oh, maybe even grade 1, like just basic, just learn how to count change or something. Yeah, you just get exposed to currency really quick, it seems. I don't know, maybe even like in this most recent generation, they're just surrounded with tablets and computers and technology, like almost off the get-go too. I don't know, there might be one day where a generation doesn't even know what pen and paper is. Or there's like no desire to have pen and paper. Or are we going to lose the ability to be able to write? Just seem to be typing a lot more these days. Yeah, that's a little concerning. Yeah, I might touch on topics like that I previously touched on before. Yeah, but there are a couple of concerning trends. I don't know, because writing is kind of interconnected with different life skills. Communication, eye-hand coordination. But yeah, holding a video game controller or coloring or whatever kind of trains your brain as well. But I don't know, communication is like pretty important. In this day and age. Yeah, I just finished off my coffee there. Supposed to enjoy a cup of coffee, but I just get it into my system, basically. Yeah, I'm sure, like, every generation is, like, learning to communicate a little more effectively, but I don't know, in this day and age, it's just like send a text or a quick email. Phones are still being used, but it just seems like texting is the way to go. I guess it's paid attention to a lot more. Just that instantaneous result of communication. Within a couple of minutes, you can send a message to somebody from like anywhere in the world. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's that instant gratification of, well, you ask a question, you kind of expect an answer relatively quick. We just all want to move faster than we probably should be. Just want to cram so much in the day, don't want to waste any time. Yeah, it's just gotten a little crazy. I don't know, change is good in some sense of the word, and then sometimes change can be bad. It's always been a double-edged sword when it comes to changing the flow of things. since I'm highly like visual in terms of learning and communication wise, yeah, I stick to printing. At work, I never really enjoyed cursive. I have a signature that I do in cursive. Really, at this point, you could call it a scribble, but at printing, straightforward. It's hopefully easy to read, but yeah, I'm more one who would rather have lined paper than just blank pages. But at work, there's a lot of blank pages in our communication binder, so you have to basically write in a box what you want to say or you did during your shift. And yeah, it's not straight line of writing, it's a little diagonal. But yeah, I feel I get a little sloppy in my writing if it's not organized on lines. I must have serious twangs of OCD. I just have to. Holy. Well, how you present something written is communication in itself. So yeah. Yeah, I'll probably never stop holding a pen and paper, as I do word search all the time. Like, I was raised to write, print out, write notes, that kind of thing. But yeah, these days it's just hand-kitted tablet, and yeah, that's your notebook. I don't know if you can like study the same or understand certain things if you just type it out and then just reading it off of a screen, as compared to like writing the notes out and reading what you're writing as you're holding a pen or a pencil, as if you're like writing the concepts out yourself. I don't know, because essentially you're like reading it twice as you're writing it. Does that make sense? Like you're kind of beginning to like reinforce what you're learning. As if you're like copying like a definition off of a chalkboard, which I did back in school, so that you'd have material to study for like exams or whatever, or a test. That I'd have to like look at that note like multiple times, just like hammer the concept into my mind. Not memorize it, but just like, I don't know, I almost feel comfortable with what I'm reading and what I'm writing. And like understand what I'm doing process wise. Yeah, it takes time for me to understand what I'm supposed to be doing specifically, but turning around and explaining it to somebody else, I trip up on that. Yeah, that was 2 of my shifts this week, because my coworker and I like switched days and midnights. Like, we work the same days together, but just on different parts of the day in our 12 hours. Basically, product was underweight in boxes and we had to get it to 20 kilograms. So we were taking like the end of the manufactured lot and using those boxes to fill up the boxes that were at the start of the lot. The product run, in other words. So yeah, it's, yeah, using like the end skid to fill the front end boxes, and there's like box numbers and batch numbers. It's just, holy cow. And you're moving boxes from one skid to the other. Yeah, it's just, and doing the skids, the product skids in order, like going through them to make sure they're all 20 kilograms. Yeah, it's just, holy cow. And then the setup and just doing the process is just all in itself. It's very straightforward. But yeah, if somebody missed a step in the manufacturing process, because when you tear an empty box and the bag that the product goes into, whatever that weighs is taken off from the total of the product that is added to the box, and just the product weight is measured to get to 20 kilograms in order to, yeah, meet the standard for that the customer wants in each box. So whatever, that process was skipped or something, and the scale wasn't taired, so there was less than 20 kilograms going into each box. And holy cow, it did 3 or 4 skids of like 32 boxes. It was brutal. And this is just adding like a kilogram. They were like a kilogram or something out. It's like, oh. I don't mind doing that kind of stuff, because that's what I was doing for 2 days, for 12 hours, but coworker kind of dreads that kind of stuff. It was a mistake by other operators of a different department, but you can't rip off a customer like that. Give them underweight boxes when the labels say 20 kilograms on the box. Like, they'll notice and they'll send an entire truck back, and we would have had to redo them anyway, so we noticed it before we sent it to the customer. It's easier just to do it right the first time, but stuff happens. Yeah. New staff, but yeah. Some stuff just becomes habit, but yeah. I'm not saying that I haven't made mistakes when I was new, but I don't know, it's just standard operating procedure, and yeah, something was tweaked along the way. Very strange. A very preventative mistake. But, you know, can you do? We fixed it. Yeah, it seems my coworker got the boxes that were actually 20 kilograms for some strange reason. He was just moving them from one skid to the other, and I seemed to be getting the boxes that were actually underweight. gosh, he gets bored rather. My coworker gets bored rather easily. He hates that kind of stuff. He'd rather be like drying product, like what we actually do, what we're actually there for. But we don't have product at this point. We're waiting on a tanker to bring more egg. But yeah. Anyway, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. Down below in the description, I put my Facebook profile name. Echoes of Color Facebook business page. It's really just a website within Facebook. And my Instagram. All three I just try to update simultaneously. If I like finish the section, for instance, let's give a very brief update. And I go on with my day. Yeah, don't get too intricate with update posts. It's just kind of something off the side, yet a companion to YouTube, my social media. So yeah, I also post two website links to my walking challenges, like 2 of my walking challenges. Those are not affiliate links. Those are just the website URLs where I had purchased the Lord of the Rings Conquer 5-part metal challenge bundle and Silk Road Pacer, which is 3,800 kilometers. Yeah, it's just a thing I'm doing to be a little more physically active, just by walking, etc. I get a medal when I finish the challenges, and I just choose another challenge and keep doing the same thing. Totally optional. I'm not sponsored or anything. No affiliate links. Feel free to click those website links or copy the links if you can, just to check the website out. Hopefully they work. But yeah, it's just being physically active, and then yeah, that's all it is. Just something I'm doing on the side. Just naturally part of my day. Anyway, take care. All the best with your crafting and hobby endeavors, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.